After having your breakout game against Hammer Clark and you getting your confidence back in your arm, now we start to prepare for Crown Point, a team that you wanted to play since 1991. On our last day of practice, Thursday practice, before our game, what happened?
Well, just go back to what I say. This is bigger than Nino Brown right here. I'm gonna tell you this. We a local newspaper interviewed the DB on our team, got athletic cornerback. He had good talent, man, Rodney Reynolds, and they asked, who was the best wide receiver in the area. Rodney went to say O.J. Connor and Gary Westside. Took that as a slap in the face. So that whole week in practice, I went at Rodney. If it was a slant, I ran a post. Every time I burnt him, I said something to him. And it got kind of heated in practice that week. And he said it was an accident, but I saw how it happened. I beat him on like 3 or 4 go routes for touchdowns before that. And on the 5th one, I had him beat, got him on a double move. And the ball was underthrown, so I had to wait for it. Now, Rodney never had good ball skills, but I know he didn't even turn and look at the ball. He just like ran through me before the ball got to me. And when I was going down, he stumped my ankle. He even made the noise when he did it. And I got up and I looked and my foot was turned sideways. Now I'm thinking in my head is, man, I know my ankle broke, so I had broke my ankle twice before then in the off season. And I'm thinking about this Crown Point game, and I tried to get up and walk, and all the adrenaline in my body just was able to give me 2 steps, and I went down. Another surgery, same season, ankle surgery. I got to be in the hospital on Friday night instead of out there against Crown Point.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I remember that. It was real heartbreaking for us, man, because we were really confident going into sectionals. You was getting in a good rhythm with Marcus. Our team was gelling, from a receiver standpoint, with yourself, Mike McGee, Nick Reyes at the time, and Austin Malave. Now give us your thoughts on how you felt about your teammates, and then your thoughts of sitting at home hearing the game on the radio.
Man, that game was weird because the doctors they had my weight messed up. They said I weighed more than I really weighed, and the anesthesiologist gave me too much anesthesia. So that instead of me being able to go home after my ankle surgery, which I was supposed to be on the sideline at that game, I had to listen to it in the hospital because I had to stay overnight because my heart rate was too high from too much anesthesia, and I was passing, in and out, and it was a good game, and I passed out, and I woke up and the radio station was playing music, and I ended up, making some calls and found out that we lost, and I couldn't believe that, man. Because that was my chance. They ended my brother's season, so that's really what I want to do. I want to end their season.
Okay. Now you're in the rehab process with your ankle, and I watched you in the weight room, man. You really put in the work. I consider you one of the most hardest working athletes as far as the weight room, probably in Central history. I don't know what happened, but I think in my era and before us, you put in a lot of work, man, to come back senior year. You gained 10 pounds of muscle. Now let's go into the play of how you want to accomplish your senior season.
Senior season, number one thing was that scholarship. It's a team game, but you got to get that scholarship. I'm trying to go to college and play, so I can go to that next level. Number 2 was I wanted to be, and this was a goal that I had in my own head. I wanted to be nationally ranked. I wanted to really have our team blow everybody out by 40. When we played Ben Davis, blow them out by 40. We played Terre Haute. Kokomo, Terre Haute North, Ben Davis. All 3 of those teams were ranked in the top 5 in the state that year, weren't they?
Yes.
I wanted to blow all 5 of them out and make a statement. This is an all-American team. We got too much talent. We got D1 talent on the field and the sideline. Just go ahead and do this thing.
Now, in 2 years, East Chicago Central, our 97 team went undefeated in the 707. Played all the top talent in the state. What did what did Ben Davis safety tell you after we blew him out?
Man, it was one of the most made me angry what Ben Davis said. We had beat Penn, Penn was like nothing was ranked in the nation.
Yes.
We blew Penn out at that same passing camp, like 50-something to 14, and they a nationally ranked team. So we played Ben Davis. We blew Ben Davis out. It was 40-something. It was ridiculous. We blew them out too. And we walking off the field, we all, being cool. And Ben Davis says to us, wait till we get our alignment, it's going to be a different game. And that's when I kind of start having thoughts in my head, like, I think what made me so mad is because it was true. We couldn't block nobody. And I'm like, man, when we play them, all them open routes that I had, I'm going to still be open, but Marcus going to be able to give me the ball.
So, gotcha. Now let's go into play with that. As you know, Marcus was an exceptional athlete. He was a great leader, but he wasn't a pure quarterback.
He was an athlete.
I remember one day we had a meeting. It was the 6, 7 seniors, and the conversation was about possibly putting Keon at quarterback. But out of the 7 seniors, only 2 seniors agreed on it. Kind of go into play on that conversation.
Tell you something about that. I wanted to leave Central again after that meeting. I'm serious. Not many times the opportunity coming to what we had. We already had state championship talent, but I remember going home to my grandfather saying, man, we won a lottery. And what you talking about? I'm like, man, we got this freshman dude. He got an arm. He got size. He's smart. He been playing the game. He know how to play. Marcus finna play receiver on the other side. We finna put Keon quarterback. I mean, like, we got to do that. My grandfather actually came to the 7-on-7 camps and watched Keon throw. And I mean, it was different. When we caught the ball, we had so much more room to run because the ball was getting us so much quicker. On the deep balls, you weren't getting nothing thrown. You was catching them stride. So my grandfather, we talked. He said, man, you need to, get with your teammates and let them know that's the best move to make. And out of the 7 seniors, the 2 people who voted, for Keon to be quarterback was me and Marcus. And Marcus never wanted to be a quarterback. I remember me and Marcus grew up playing football together as little bitty kids. He could always throw, but he's just an athlete. When we came in as freshmen, they were like, we'll be a quarterback, and I just said Marcus. And of course he got out there and killed it because of his athletic ability. But Marcus never wanted to play quarterback, and he showed people that by when major universities wanted to run the option, he came out here to Northern Iowa with us to play DB and receiver. So, it would have positively affected me and Marcus, but I feel like the running backs on our team numbers would have been affected because we would have threw more. It wouldn't have been all that speed back there to run the option. And I don't know why Mike didn't vote for Keon, but I think it was just bad decision making on us as a team on that.
How did it affect your relationship with your seniors, the skill players? Was there any tension? Was there any disagreements?
It changed my goals because then my goals went to I'm about to get mine now because they don't care about the team aspect, because if they do, they would have had Keon at quarterback instead of Marcus. So I changed my goals. It more or less went from like, let's win state to let's get 80 catches.